Well, I'm actually going to do a product review. I don't do many of those, but I got sick and tired of having to go and have these, these ends trimmed every so often. So I started doing some research to see if there was something that would do it for me, and I found something. The split ender. This is the mini version of the split ender, but I watched some YouTube videos and other people doing product reviews. This seemed like it was pretty good, so I picked one up. Since my hair isn't really all that monstrously thick, I decided to get the mini version. So I haven't even opened this yet. It's still shrunk wrapped, so I'm just gonna, real life, there's no prep work at all for this, except I did do, in the research I did do, I found out ahead of time that you have to wash your hair beforehand. Don't put any product in it at all when you do this. I'll probably do this about every 6 weeks like you're supposed to with removing split ends. So far, so good. Colorful. So far, my review is it comes out of the box pretty easily. Here's the actual product. Oh cool, a little comb, a hair pick. And this is probably something to separate. To create separations to make it easier. I'll do that in a minute. I don't know if I'll actually use these pieces, but I might. We'll see. Oh, a little brush to clean out the tool, I would imagine. The actual split ender. So that's cool. And of course, the actual directions. Let's see here. Easy steps. Select a small thin section of hair and comb it, free of tangles. Spread it to a thin layer before placing it on top of the hair plate. This will allow the hairs to freely enter the blade to be trimmed and avoid hair pulling. Some of us like hair pulling. That's another video for another day. Unlock the split ender. Hair plate. Open the hair plate. Place the thin section of hair on top of the hair plate. And they have illustrations to show you how to do it. And I've seen it done online already. Number 3, the directional switch. It's reversible. Brush the split ender in a downward motion with the directional switch arrow pointing to the floor. That's important. I remember that in the tutorial videos and the product review. Number 4, gently squeeze the hair plate lever until unit activates. You will hear a motorized sound which indicates the unit is working. Starting at the roots and working towards the end, slowly comb your hair with the split ender. Use a smooth, slow, even motion, just like you would use a hairbrush until you finish the section of hair. And number 5, make sure to treat every section of hair at least 3 times and continue with the same amount of treatments per section as you begin with to ensure an even trim all around your head of hair. After you finish with every section of hair, clip it to the opposite side and continue with treatment until completed. All right, so that's what the clip is for. Cool. Put that on the floor. Here's a little clip, so when I do a section, I guess I'll just clip it out of the way. Something like that. Real men get split enders. I love this healthy feminine balance I have as a flaming heterosexual male. That's kind of neat. Well, it seems easy to use. There's the hair plate, the lever, a lock switch. That's pretty cool. Lock on, lock off. Where's the directional? There's the directional switch pointed towards the floor. And here's the power button. And I need to get some batteries. So I'll be right back. I'm back. That didn't take long, especially on this edit, right? So it's pretty easy. This piece here comes off with the push of a button, 3 AAA batteries, and you put it back in, snaps into place. Also, it's got a built-in safety mechanism. This clear cover thing has to be installed properly. And this whole thing comes apart too. So this has to be installed properly, otherwise it will not turn on. So hold the directional thing toward the floor and just close, it automatically turns on. So that's pretty simple. So I'll do a few strands right now. Remember it said 3 strokes per section of hair, do it evenly. And so I guess I'll start with this one and I'll do a couple sections and then I'll turn this thing off and I'll finish and then I'll come back and talk to you. So let's see here, this first section here. I've already brushed through this and everything, so whoops, make sure my directional switch is on correctly, and it is not. the other way. Whoops. Yes, it is. Not the brightest, sharpest tool in the shed, but here we go. Let's go. Now the fear is I'm gonna chop my hair off. Nice. Cool. So that's 3 times. And I do see some little hairs in the chamber, and I'll empty this when I'm all done with this. So that's one little section. I guess you're supposed to take this clip now and clip it out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this in the bathroom mirror, and then I'll come back. I'll tell you about how long it took me, and then I'll give you my final review of this. Okay, I'm all done. It took about 10 or 12 minutes. I guess my hair is thicker than I thought it was, especially when you just wash it and dry it and don't put anything in it. Over 40 years old, thick full head of hair. I think that's pretty cool. Overall, I like the product, and I'll tell you why. First, my website, tomberkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, tomberkenmeyer.com. Not too much product reviews, a couple out there. It's mostly blogs about natural health, natural healing, financial freedom, and whatever else is on my mind, even sometimes a little bit of politics. But this product here, the Split Ender, I'm looking at my ends, and I don't see the split ends that used to be there. So it's a wonderful thing when a product does the job. It didn't chop my hair off. That was the initial thing, like, what if it goes wrong? But it didn't. It took a little longer than I thought it would take. If somebody else were doing it, it would be quicker. I mean, getting around in the back was a little bit tricky, but I was able to do it with this. I just had to keep remembering to switch the directional thing so that I was constantly facing down, depending on if I'd switch it this way or that way. And I can see in the clear container here that I got some split ends in there. I grabbed this white sheet of paper on my way back so that I can show you guys. Whoops. This doesn't come off the easiest. Blah. Shit. Well, there goes some of my split ends. But anyway, there's still some in here I can dump in this white sheet of paper, and you can see, took out some split ends. Looks pretty easy to clean, just blow on it. Plus they give you this little brush tool right here I can get in there with and clean it out. Take this plastic cap. So I guess that's the one design flaw. This plastic cover, the reservoir that holds the split ends, is not the easiest to remove, but it's not too bad. And for that being the only flaw that I can see in this thing, that's not bad at all. So overall, definitely like this product. So my plan is to use it about once every 6 weeks, I would say. And my hair even feels a little smoother now that I got rid of those dead ends. It does feel significantly more smooth. So healthier, happy hair, totally a masculine thing to do. Absolutely. And this one, keep in mind this is the mini, so maybe the full size version, I could do it maybe 5 minutes instead of 10 or 12. So keep that in mind. This one, however, I would imagine would travel more easily. I'm not going to travel with this anyway, so that's a moot point, because I'm going to be going 6 weeks or so between using this, and I'm not taking any trips anytime soon that's going to last more than 6 weeks. Oh, I might. Possible. So there's my dead ends. So try it out. If you try this out, let me know what you think of it. And if you do your own product review, link me to it. I'd like to see it. Drop whatever comments you want to below if you have any questions about how this works, or if there's maybe another product you want me to review, I'll give it some consideration. And again, my website, tomberkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, tomberkenmeyer.com. I'll see you later. Feel free to share this. Bye for now.